These are the times
John Vellante back in. 7 seconds left. There's a right hand, folks. It's over.
when fat guys code jacked monsters. Bob Sapp, with his massive and bulky frame, faced the technically superior and muscular Ernesto Hoost. But Sapp proved to him that being big does not automatically mean a defeat inside the ring. With Sapp's barrage of attacks, Hoost was left to defend himself. But Tatsuo Nakano didn't have the chance to defend himself against Emmanuel Yarbrough. Weighing over 600 pounds, Yarbrough used his fat body to his advantage. Using what people say is a weakness, Yarbrough overpowered Nakano, securing a victory. Speaking of victory, Chris Barnett, with his stocky build, delivered a spinning wheel kick knockout against the more traditionally built Gian Villante.
And he lets John Vellante back in.
All Villante could do was throw up his hands and brace for Barnett's relentless assault.
Chris Barnett trying to close out his first UFC.
And sure enough, the celebration from the victor wasn't far behind. But Derek Lewis reminded us why you never count someone out, no matter how far behind they seem. Derek the Black Beast. Lewis, known for his imposing frame, was trailing on the scorecards against the leaner Alexander Volkov.
The knees and the teep kick to the belly already hurt so bad.
With seconds remaining, Lewis landed a powerful right hand, knocking Volkov out cold. While that was satisfying to watch, Butterbean delivered another fight. You'll definitely want to replay again and again.
Seconds left. There's the right hand, folks. It's over. Goodbye.
In the Brawl for All boxing match, the hefty Butterbean faced the well-conditioned Bart Gunn.
Pazienza, the special guest referee.
Gunn came out swinging, full of confidence. Maybe he figured Butterbean's size meant an easy win.
Brawl for all. Butterbean and Bart Gunn. And Butterbean with a stiff left to start things off. There's probably Butter. Ooh, wow. Did you see that? Both of these guys got Butterbean right hand.
Now, if there's something Butterbean showed us, it's that size doesn't always mean weakness.
7 seconds left. There's the right hand, folks. It's over. Goodbye. Man.
That same mindset is what Tank Abbott brought when he faced John Matua. You see Matua. He was 6 feet 2 inches, 400 pounds, trained in Kuialua, the Hawaiian art of bone breaking. Abbott, however, was smaller, 6 feet 0 inches, 280 pounds, known more as a street brawler from Huntington Beach than a polished fighter. When the bell rang, Abbott immediately charged forward, throwing punches aggressively. One right hand glanced off Matua, but the next landed solidly, staggering the bigger man.
Tank quickly takes Matua to the ground. Matua back up. Tank lands a right hand.
Matua tried to clinch and slow things down, but Tank pulled on his shirt and slammed a powerful right hook into his jaw.
Matua's taking some vicious shots to the head. That's it.
Matua collapsed backward, his head hitting the canvas hard. Abbott didn't hesitate and dropped another punch as Matua lay motionless, his body twitching.
Hit the ground very hard.
Oh, Lord.
The fight was over in 18 seconds. Tank Abbott won by knockout. That brutal, quick finish marked the beginning of Tank's reputation. He wasn't the biggest or most technical, but his power was undeniable. And if we're on the topic of power, Andy Ruiz Jr. had some against Anthony Joshua. Madison Square Garden in New York City set the stage for Anthony Joshua's U.S. debut. He entered undefeated and held the unified heavyweight titles.
You're in there with a bigger man, so you just want to show him the right hand to try to get...
His opponent was Andy Ruiz Jr., a late replacement and heavy underdog at 11-to-1 odds. Ruiz weighed in at 268 pounds, bringing raw determination to the fight.
You don't really want to land the right hand because you're outside.
In the third round, Joshua showed why he was undefeated. He landed a solid left hook that sent Ruiz to the canvas.
Ruiz mixes it up. Good uppercut!
Ruiz got up quickly, hurt, but far from finished. He came back strong, firing a sharp left hook that caught Joshua on the temple.
Joshua. 6, 7.
More than 2 minutes to go in this round. Anthony Joshua.
Joshua's legs wobbled, and Ruiz seized the moment. He pounced, sending Joshua down to the canvas. Ruiz wasn't done yet. He pushed forward, trapping Joshua against the ropes, and unloading a series of punches that knocked him down again.
Comes to fire back, and Joshua's hurt. Oh, Joshua goes down.
He is clear-eyed, looking into the eyes of Mike.
By the 7th round, Joshua was clearly hurt, but still fighting back. Ruiz saw the opening and let loose a flurry of punches.
But Sergio, you thought this was a big chance, and now here comes Ruiz. Has Joshua hurt in the corner?
Joshua hit the canvas once more, but managed to get back up.
Joshua is hurt. He's staggered, and he goes down again. That's a knockdown.
Ruiz kept the pressure on, and Joshua went down for the 4th time. Spitting out his mouthpiece, Joshua staggered to his corner. The referee stepped in to stop the fight.
Can Ruiz counter? Joshua's down.
He is a huge struggle now.
Mark Hunt was giving up nearly a foot in height against Stefan Struve, but he wasn't new to fighting giants. Struve kept his distance early, using his long reach and front kicks to frustrate Hunt.
He's very, very quick. This fight would never hit the canvas.
At times, it looked like a sparring session between weight classes. Struve got Hunt down and controlled him on the mat, dropping elbows and looking for openings.
Take what the fight gives him. Close guard there. His right hand's there for Stefan Struve. Hunt trying to cover up, but Struve continues.
By the 2nd round, Struve had slowed. Hunt began finding holes, short lefts to the body, quick bursts to the head.
First round, it definitely does not.
He ate some jabs, but they weren't doing damage anymore. Struve's defense started slipping. He wasn't moving. He stood tall, hands low, like he didn't think Hunt could reach him.
And once again, that left hook finding the home for Mark Hunt.
Then came the 3rd round. Struve collapsed in a heap, eyes wide, mouth open. Hunt took 1 step forward, saw the damage, and walked off. No need for ground and pound. The job was done. Roy Big Country Nelson wasn't the most intimidating figure at first glance. His belly stretched over his shorts, his stance looked casual, and critics had already written him off as a relic. Across the cage stood Brendan Schaub, younger, leaner, and far more athletic. A former football player with fast hands and clear confidence, Schaub opened the fight exactly as expected, on his toes, popping jabs, and keeping Nelson at range. For a while, it worked.
He goes for it. Brandon shucks it off. There's a couple nice shots. Oh.
But Nelson had read him. He started slipping punches, throwing short rights, and slowly cutting off the cage. Schaub still looked confident, but his hands began to drop ever so slightly with each exchange. Nelson noticed. He stalked patiently, closing the distance with small steps, keeping his eyes locked on Schaub's rhythm.
Sean Evans coached both of these men on the show.
Then it happened.
You should be a comedian.
Schaub stepped in, left hand low, and Nelson unloaded. An overhand right, tight, fast, and devastating, crashed into the side of Schaub's head.
It's the Ultimate Fighter! Wow!
The win gave Nelson the TUF 10 title, but it did more than that. It silenced every critic who thought he didn't belong. It reminded everyone that fights aren't won by looks and knockouts don't care about six-packs. So, what's your favorite knockdown from this list? Comment your thoughts down below. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.